25 hat vergangenes Wochenende endlich nochmal ein Turnier gewonnen. Er ist in absoluter Topform. Das haben diese ersten 3 Partien hier in Düsseldorf gezeigt. Herzlich willkommen, The Cobra, Jelle Klaasen. Jelle Klaasen trifft auf die aktuelle Nummer 9 der Welt. Er ist der UK Open Champion von 2012. Damals gewann er ein tolles Finale gegen den großen Phil Taylor. Aus Schottland, The Thorn, Robert Thornton.
We have got one more place in the semi-finals up for grabs. Michael van Gerwen will face Kim Huybrechts in our first semi-final. James Wade awaits the winner of this one. It's Robert Thornton, the Thorn, against the Cobra, Jelle Klaasen. Thornton looking to make it to his first ever European Tour semi-final. Jelle Klaasen, well, he's in a similar position, but he must be absolutely flying. He's only dropped 8 legs in 5 matches to get here, including the couple of qualifying games he played on Thursday night in the European qualifiers. He comes off the back of a brilliant win, just his second PDC title in Wigan last weekend. Rod Harrington alongside me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box for this one. Whatever happens, this isn't going to take very long.
No, you're right there, Dan. Both quick throws, especially Jelle Klaasen, Robert Thornton. He is a fighter. He's Robert Thornton. He never gives up. He's had a couple of close games, and he knows what it's all about. He's put Phil Taylor to the sword a couple of times, especially in the final of the UK Open, the last one at the Reebok. Got in front of him and absolutely played superb. So we know he's got the game.
Yeah, there's no question of that.
We know he's got the energy. Honestly, I won't. There we have it.
Robert Thornton sticking in at 1-8 in the first visit to the board, as if he was just desperately trying to scupper Rod Harrington's 500 miles punchline.
There, you had to go and ruin it, didn't you? We weren't going to mention it. But he is looking good for.
Oh, good start from Robert Thornton here. He knows he'll have to be on his game against Jelle Klaasen. He's already seen off Eddie Dootson, Dave Chisnell and Devon Peterson. He only dropped 4 legs in those matches. Look at this.
136.
Well, that wasn't what he was going for, that 16. I think
No,
it was the treble 7, I assume.
Yes.
96.
Or he miscounted. I thought he was looking at the 25 there, but never mind. The 45. He wraps this up in 11 darts. Will be a nice little first leg. Absolutely brilliant first leg from Robert Thornton. And that's what he's got to do to Klaasen. He's got to put him on the back foot, because we say so many times with these quick throwers, they're very good when they're in front, but when they've got to chase all the time, then it becomes a completely different game.
85.
And there's one thing with Robert Thornton, you did get your money's worth with his facial expressions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was basing the fact that he hadn't miscounted and it was a poor dart from Thornton just by his own critique of the dart at the back end of that leg.
100.
Michael van Gerwen against Kim Huybrechts in the first semi-final will follow this. It's of course a repeat of their meeting at the Grand Slam, a repeat of their meeting in the semi-final of the Dutch Darts Masters a couple of years ago, which Kim managed to win in a phenomenal game of darts. James Wade awaits the winner of this one, and whoever comes through it, it looks like an absolute belter. Klaasen has hit back here. He's left himself Shanghai after 4 visits to the board. And
26.
Well, it's been a poor leg for Robert Thornton after having an 11 dart first leg, so Klaasen's going to get plenty of darts.
100.
And he will return for double 10.
That's a 1. You don't have to look at the board, you know that's a 1.
121.
Where was that a moment ago? Says
Yeah,
Robert
that's
Thornton.
exactly what he was saying.
Double five he gets last start. Yellow Klaasen, just when Thornton had got himself down to a finish. We're one apiece here. Unfortunate from Thornton there.
Yeah, it's a deflection, but it's not a bad kick-off for a leg, especially on your throat.
I know one swallow does not a summer make, Rod, but Yellow Klaasen's always had this phenomenal potential, being youngest world champion at the time when he won the Lakeside, and he got into the Premier League, and he won his first PDC tournament within 4 months of joining the ranks.
58.
He has spent a while, not in the doldrums as such, but just sort of jobbing around.
Hovering around, yes.
Yeah, top 32, top 64, up and down a little bit. Are we now, do you think this could be the genuine rise of a top dart player that we're seeing over the last few months, really? He's been playing some very good darts.
I think so. You know, it's all about confidence. You know, it's like the people who are coming off the top of their form. It's only confidence. Sometimes the spiral just keeps going down and down because you don't know how to stop it. And that's when I say, you know, go and see someone, go and see a coach, whatever. But change what you're doing, otherwise you're not going to stop it. And obviously Klaasen, whatever he's done, he's turned it around very nicely.
And there is the first maximum for Yellow Klaasen, and it gets him down to 72. And there's a chance here for the first break of the match.
57. Yellow, you require
Now, will it be the
72.
16 that he looks at here? No, he goes straight for the 20.
54.
Double 18, he does
Robert,
love
you
it.
require 86.
But not on that occasion.
Oh, good chance here for Thornton. He needs it to hold on to his throat.
61.
Now,
Yeah,
out of
you
all the
require
players we've seen over
80.
this weekend, Klaasen is the one that can hit the double nine.
Jinxed it.
Wow, I did.
Robert, you require 25.
It's 25 for Thornton. Double 4 he wants. And double 4 he gets, and it's a hold of throw, albeit in 20 darts. A missed opportunity for Klaasen, and the kind of thing he's not been doing so far this
58.
weekend.
And by the way, I haven't seen one yet, and you don't see many of them around now. Swallows, that is.
I was wondering where you go with that.
No, when I was a kid, you see hundreds of them, but now you don't see many.
Nostalgia Corner with Rod
I
Harrington
know.
during the quarterfinals of the European Darts Open here.
Bird watching. Must be the coffee that our producer has just made me.
Robert Thornton has got his nose in front in this leg. Looking to put Yellow Klaasen under pressure. It is perhaps significant to note that he hasn't been under any pressure at all this weekend. 6-1 against Dave Chisnell, 6-0 against Evan Peterson earlier on this afternoon. If the Thorn can just make Klaasen think,
100.
rather than just allowing him to go up there and rattle off leg after leg after leg, becomes a lot trickier game for the former Lakeside world champion.
167.
Well, he'll stay there. He will not go for the bullseye route. No, that's good thinking. That's old school from Thornton. It will be a breaker throw and a two-leg lead. And all of a sudden, Klaasen not really found the form that he's been playing
Robert, you require 40.
this afternoon, yesterday.
Game shot.
Double 10 works for Thornton, and that is a breaker throw, and it's 3-1.
Throw first.
As I said, Dan, it's very easy to lead, especially the quick throwers. They're tough to draw back once they get in front of you, but you've got to put them on the back foot, whatever you'd like to call it. But certainly Robert Thornton has got Klaasen on the back foot at the moment.
125.
Well, look, this isn't the kind of performance we've seen so far this weekend from Yellow Klaasen, but you only have to look at James Wade in the previous game, where he was just doing nothing at all for the opening 3.5 legs against Vincent van der Voort, and then he came to life
Yeah, the last 4 legs were exceptional from James Wade.
81.
The difference is that Vincent didn't hammer James when he had the chance in those early legs, and if he ever looks at it, he'll realise that. But what Thornton is doing, he's not playing exceptional himself, but he is, you know, getting in front, and looks like he's going to stay there as well.
He certainly does now.
140.
1040 gets him down to a finish. Potentially a 4-1 lead, but here comes Jelle Klaasen. Here comes Jelle Klaasen.
140. Robert, you require 155.
Well, 6 darts from here.
89.
Oh, that's a bad miss. A very bad miss. That's cost him a dart at a double. Should be coming back for 2. May only come back for 1 now.
Klaasen's right
Robert,
there with him as well.
66.
Well, 18 scored. Next year, Rusbury clarifying 48, leaves his favourite, tops, and gets it. Well, Robert Thornton, when he is on form, is probably as good as there is in the world of darts at hitting double top. If you had to have one player in the world of darts to hit a particular double, Robert Thornton and tops would come into the equation.
Certainly with James Wade and Gary Anderson.
100.
But over the last 30 years, you'd have to say you would put your money on Phil Taylor if you had to do something about it. But that was a good 15 dart leg from Thornton with the throw. It just keeps that pressure on Jelle Klaasen. He's thinking, well, I've got to throw a couple of 12 darters now to get myself back in this game.
140.
There's a distinctive lack of scoring power from Klaasen, isn't there, in this game? And like I said, it's down to that he's having to chase. Easy to lead, we can all do that, but chasing is a total different game.
Oh, look, 24 points difference in the first 9, so it's basically after 3 visits to the board, Thornton's got a 75-point head start. Makes things very, very difficult. Better. Better from Jelle Klaasen. But it doesn't put him in an unassailable position here.
100.
The important last dart from Robert Thornton means he's on a 2-dart finish. Jelle's going to need all 3 to see this off. He's going to get a dart at it. But his favourite double 18 lets him down again.
Robert, you require 100.
Yes, and the switch to the 9 if he comes back. Well, tops. Klaasen will come back. Now, he had 3 darts at the double 9 earlier on, and he missed it. This time he hasn't. Keeps himself just in the game.
Robert, a throw first. Game on.
Nervous times for Team Klaasen up on the balcony there.
140.
This is the leg what he's got to win, Klaasen. Otherwise, I fear the game is over.
Yeah, winning 4 straight ones against Robert Thornton is going to be very difficult. He's the kind of player who does, you know, if he gets into a groove, as he is doing, he's probably going to have to throw a couple of 12 darters.
43.
Although that just opens the door.
It does, but he needs a 180, doesn't he?
96.
Yeah, it just gets him level, but it's not going to frighten Thornton at all. But this could frighten Klaasen.
Oh, nothing frightens Robert Thornton.
140.
He's happy with that.
He's a Scotsman. Nothing frightens him, especially the Glaswegians.
93.
A tough little cookie is Robert Thornton. Well, that could be costly.
Yes, it could. Ton 40 for Klaasen will leave him a 2-darter. Oh, wow. Oh, my word. Gets worse.
65.
Well, it's a recovery of sorts, but he's not been able to leave himself a finish, so Robert Thornton's going to get 6 darts from here. Now, double 9.
120.
I'm surprised he went that way.
Yeah, I mean, you would advocate that if Klaasen was on a finish.
Yes.
Because it gave them the most likely chance of hitting a double. But if you've got a route of any sorts, you want to leave your favourite double if possible. And this is the danger. Double 4.
14.
That's cost him the leg. I don't know if Robert didn't look at what Klaasen was on.
And it has probably cost him the leg there.
Yeah.
Jelle Klaasen gets the break back, and all of a sudden, just that little moment could be the turning point in this match.
Yeah, that double 9, we say it so often, Dan, don't we? That is the worst double on the dartboard. I was talking to Chizzy, and he said, I love double 18, but he said, I so hate double 9. I said, well, don't leave double 18 then. He said, but I love it. I says, but you're not hitting it enough. Because you're having to go the double 9 route so often. Always remember Richie Gardner saying, don't go for it. Go 2 double 8.
100.
Well, you certainly won't persuade Jelle Klaasen off it. Robert Thornton, a little bounce, spring in his step, a little bark, but here comes Jelle Klaasen with a maximum. That's his second of the match, and maybe might be his third. I'm losing count. But there's another one, however many there are.
Well, it's all down to a 2 dart combination. Klaasen's going to have a dart at the bullseye. Misses. Robert Thornton may not get a dart at the double. But the treble 20 will give him 2 at 19s. Now he wants the treble 18. He's hit that. Now the double 12. And again he bends the wire.
You require 25.
You don't get much closer than that. Jelle Klaasen, 13 double 6. And he gets it, and he gets it. It's 4 apiece. And we are level for the first time since the start of the match. Or the second leg, I should say.
60.
It's crazy how one shot can change the whole concept of the game. And certainly the 138 has done that.
One shot where he's actually hit what he's going for.
Yes.
he's decided, I'll go for the treble 20, hits it, and then it's just discombobulated his mind.
That's a heck of a word, that.
No, I'm sure what it means.
I like that word. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good. And now, of course, Jelle Klaasen has got his tail up. He's got a bit of confidence going. Now, it's going to be a tough little road for Robert Thornton.
200 180s for the event.
Well, if you back Jelle Klaasen on over the 180s, then
you require 100
quids in on that one as well. Now he's going to get 6 darts from here. Now he won't go for that 51. No, this time he's going to just set it up.
By Robert Thornton in tops.
Joe, this is a great leg of darts from Robert Thornton. We say what a grinder he is and what have you, but to have to give that last leg away and step up and run a 13 dart leg with your throw, that's exceptional darts.
Yeah, and it puts him on the brink.
60.
Robert Thornton will want to end this right now. He would have the throw in a deciding leg if it goes that far. He needed a deciding leg to see off Dimitri Vandenberg in the second round. Some game that was.
Because with a lot of players, Dan, you know, when they've, even if it hit the double 9, it would have been a mistake, and call it a mistake, whatever it was. A lot of players will still be cursing themselves till halfway through the next leg, and all of a sudden they've lost that as well. But he didn't. He knuckled down.
57.
Not enough to really hurt Klaasen.
58.
That's not enough either. Who wants this leg?
Well, a nice big score here. Gives you total control.
100.
Ah, the double fist pump from Robert Thornton.
97.
Well, advantage to Robert Thornton. He's possibly going to get 9 darts from 244 to make a semi-final place. Oh well, Robin Hood's not going to help him.
38.
That's not going to help him at all.
Difficult to find the treble there after the first dart, but he has left 170. We are yet to see that this weekend.
140.
And
Yeah,
that
you require 170.
is a huge blow that Robert Thornton has just struck.
Well, this would also be a huge blow if Klaasen, and that looks sweet for another treble. He wants the bullseye. And that could be the last darts that Klaasen throws. The European Darts Open here in Dusseldorf. 2 darts at double 18 for Robert Thornton. Only needs the one.
Robert Thornton is in the semi-finals. Klaasen within, well, it wasn't that close, that dart at the bullseye, but the 170 checkout could have turned that match in his favour. His run comes to an end, but I tell you what, watch out for him at the match play. He could be a force. Robert Thornton into his first semi-final of the European Tour. We've got a Dutchman, a Belgian, an Englishman and a Scotsman in the last 4 here in Dusseldorf. It'll be Wade versus Thornton and MVG versus Huybrechts. MVG Huybrechts, our first semi-final in just a few moments, but here is the Thorn and Elmar Polka.
When you were up 4-1. At the end it was a close match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a close match. I think I missed doubles and Yelly missed doubles. I could have went the other way. I'm just glad I'm here on the semis and enjoyed myself.
Is it time for the first win on the European Tour?
Well, I hope so, but we've got another couple of matches to go yet, so we'll wait and see.
James Wade is waiting. The last 3 matches you lost against him.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some close matches, we've had some good ones. At some point it's going to be my turn. I'm not saying tonight, but at some point it is going to be my turn.
We are looking for that. Thank you very much. See you later again. Thank you very much. Robert Thornton. Also der führte 4-1 und sagte, dann wurde es doch nochmal eng. Dann hat Jelle auch ein paar Doppel mehr getroffen. Das hat ihm das Leben ein bisschen schwerer gemacht. Er ist froh, dass er durch ist.